that the fear of speaking is the number one fear in the world, next to death, which is an odd scenario. And then he kind of paints this picture of how, you would be better off in the casket than you would be giving the eulogy at the funeral. And that fear of speaking really comes down to a lot of different things. And that's why we're all here. We're here to better ourselves, get over that fear, and learn to push through it. But a lot of times we just are looking for a metric that we can have in writing our speeches. And that's what I'm going to provide for you today. I've got 3 tips for you in giving you, or for you to be able to give a memorable speech. And to do that, we're going to start first with, and this seems like the most simplest thing that you could possibly do, pick a topic that you know. And I'm looking through this and I thought, now why would I, why would it seem so easy? But the whole idea is a lot of times, and I've seen this, I've done this myself, I want to speak about something, I want to study on it, but I really don't know it that well. And you get up there and you kind of fumble through it. So if you're working through your first speech or your first set of speeches or any speech, if you're comfortable with that topic will help you kind of flow through it. So as simple as it is, it's really one of the basic things that you can do to prepare yourself for a speech. And it can be any topic. Like so many of us are passionate about construction, or we're passionate about our sports that we do offline from here. We're passionate about gardening or our pets. Any of those things, and giving that speech, pick that speech that you're a topic that you're familiar with, because you can just share stories from that. So that one seems really, really simple. The next one is the power of 3. What am I doing here today? I'm giving you 3 tips. Why? Why is 3 tips important? One, for me, if I go to the grocery store and I have 3 things that I'm going there for, I will nail it every single time. I'll get all 3 of those things. As I'm leaving out the door, my wife says, oh yeah, grab something else. I'm not getting any of them potentially. I'm coming home with a bunch of groceries. But the idea is our minds, my mind for sure, tends to be able to hold on to that number 3 for some reason. I think a lot of people do as well too. And I do it for 2 reasons. One is the listener has to have their capacity, and you want to make sure that they're leaving with what you're giving them. But the other thing is you're also doing it for yourself, because I know I can remember 3 things, so then I won't have to memorize the entire outline, because I'll remember at least 3 things. So the power of 3, and it really comes down to something really deep too. Has anybody here heard of the Fibonacci sequence?